The Philadelphia Eagles are taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Today they are traveling to Arlington and AT&T Stadium. The winner of today's game is the likely favorite for the NFC East title. The Eagles need to win today in order to hold on to any chance they may have at clinching the NFC number 1 seed in the playoffs. The Dallas Cowboys, meanwhile, looking for an opportunity to demonstrate to the world, to the league, that they can in fact defeat a legitimate contender, something that they have been maligned for all season. This is a game that's going to draw a lot of interest from around the league as the playoff race heats up. Both teams, with a win tonight and some help, can clinch a playoff berth. So we will see how that game pans out. For the Eagles, it's the debut of Shaq Leonard, who investigated both the Eagles and the Cowboys before signing with the Philadelphia Eagles. He will debut in linebacker. Both teams are relatively injury-free and will be ready to go in this storied division rivalry. Welcome to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles game against the Dallas Cowboys. This is the second of the 2 matchups. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the second of 2 matchups for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys during the regular season. The Eagles narrowly won the first matchup by about a couple of yards. The Dallas Cowboys, meanwhile, looking again for that statement win that they would be expecting. This is an opportunity for both teams to make a statement win. The Philadelphia Eagles have an opportunity to bounce back from the disheartening, debilitating loss that they incurred at the hands of the San Francisco 49ers, and they're looking for a statement that, you know what, last week was a clunker game, and everybody's allowed to have a clunker game once in a while. Unfortunately for the Eagles, it was against a really, really crucial opponent. For the Cowboys, this is a statement game for them as well. So it will be interesting to see how things pan out. It will be a really, really good game. Looking forward to it, one way or the other. Again, storied rivalry. Obviously, I'm hopeful that the Philadelphia Eagles pull out the victory here, but it would be very, very interesting to see how things pan out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media because it really helps the channel out, and thank you so much for stopping by. How are we doing tonight, folks? Love to hear from you. Please feel free to drop comments in the chat. Just getting a few things finalized here, so I appreciate your patience. A little bit hectic this afternoon getting back. I was at a concert in the afternoon, so I didn't really catch a whole lot of the day games. So yeah, but I appreciate everybody hanging out. If you are new to the channel, appreciate you. If you just joined, appreciate you hanging out. If you have been from the beginning, again, appreciate you hanging out here. Again, we're just getting things finalized here, catching up a little bit. I was running a little bit behind. Some unexpected things happened that kind of slowed some stuff down, but we are here. We are definitely here. We are about 5 minutes away from kickoff. So that is going to that's going to be good here. Drop a comment in the chat. How are you feeling about this game? What do you think the outcome's going to be? I think it's going to be very, very similar to last week. I think the Eagles or to last time that not to last week. I think it's going to be very, very similar to last time the Eagles and the Cowboys matched up. I think the Eagles I'm hoping the Eagles will pull this one away. But if they do, I think it's going to be close one way or the other. But drop a comment in the chat. I'd love to hear from you throughout the course of this game. Coming up on kickoff pretty quickly here, guys. So waiting to see the results of the coin toss. We should have those in a few moments here. We're in the final bit of probably the final bit of commercials right now. If you're looking to watch game footage, that would be on NBC. That's not something that we're going to have here just for copyright reasons. Just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here. Hope everybody had a great week. I apologize. It looks like I'm getting an alert here saying that there might be some buffering going on. I am trying my best to not do that. But it's also annoying right now when it comes to got my laptop battery. Oh, my laptop battery got disconnected. That would be a reason why. Okay. All right. Well, folks, I appreciate you hanging out here, one way or the other. All right. They are getting things finalized here. Let us see. Again, this is a storied matchup of between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. They're doing a little promo video right now. Bryce Harper, Phillies player, talking right now, doing a little hype video. All right. Coming up on kickoff, folks. Did you have a great week? Have a good week? Just doing a quick check of some scores around the league here. I didn't really catch a whole lot. The most important game for Eagles fans was the 49ers Seahawks game. The 49ers did defeat the Seahawks. So Seattle actually did give us help. So the Eagles have an opportunity to clinch here, and the Ravens did actually defeat the Rams. So I talked earlier in the week about some potential playoff scenarios, and the one of the scenarios was that if the Rams or the Seahawks lost and the Eagles win, the Eagles would be officially in the playoffs. Eagles or the Eagles are playing now, so hopefully they do pull out the victory, and both the Rams and the Ravens, or both the Rams and both the Rams and the Seahawks lost. So they're both all situated there. Also, a big scare for Cowboys fans earlier this week. Mike McCarthy going in for an emergency appendectomy. So you can see him out on the sidelines right now. Micah Parsons, also a little bit scary because he was dealing with the flu earlier this morning. He is getting some oxygen right now, but it looks like he might be okay, and he's certainly suited up and ready to play in the game. Again, this game right now is for the NFC or the NFC East. The winner is the odds-on favorite to win the division. And for the Eagles, they need to win this in order to stay in contention for that top spot in the NFC, the number one seed. It looks like the Eagles won the toss and deferred, so they will be kicking it away. And then Jake Elliott is on to kick the ball. And we have a game, folks. We are live, and that is going to be fielded back in the end zone, brought out 10, 15, 20. Gets brought down short of the 25-yard line. That is going to be Turpin there. So that decent return for the Cowboys. It was fielded a little deep in the end zone there. So 30-yard return. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from their own 25. It's going to set up Dak Prescott. It's up in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes the snap, fake the handoff. He's back. He's looking to raw to his left. He does a quick throw. That is caught and is brought down around the 30-yard line, probably at the 31. That was Tony Pollard. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 4 for the Cowboys on their first drive. We are at 14 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in this first quarter. Prescott in the gun, empty backfield. Prescott takes a snap. He's back. He does a quick throw. It is tipped, but caught by Pollard. Pollard is going to get up to the first down marker. Actually, no, they're going to mark him about a yard short, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. Looked like he got up to the first down marker, but he is going to be marked short. 3rd and 1 at the 34 of the Cowboys. I appreciate you all hanging out here, folks. 3rd and 1. Prescott in the gun. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off. Back, going to bounce out to the outside, gets to the 40, 45, 50. Into Eagles territory, down to the 45, and out of bounds up about the 44. That's a 22-yard pickup. Darius Slay was on the stop there, but that would be Turpin again. Turpin, that was a 22-yard pickup, so first run of the game for the Cowboys. And that's a little concerning. Because if the Eagles are able to be run on like this, then that's a problem. Prescott under center. Tony Pollard is in the backfield. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to break through the line, gets to the 40 and down past first marker into the 33 line. So bring up 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you right now, I do not like the fact that the Cowboys are running all over the Eagles defense right now on this first drive. Yeah, they did a couple of quick passes. But these runs are not great. So First and 10. Prescott under center, takes a snap, hands it off, and that's going to go nowhere. Picks up about 2 yards, and that would be Dowdle. That would be Dowdle on the stop there. So that would be Brandon Graham and Zach Cunningham on the stop. So 2nd and 8 after the 2-yard pickup by Dowdle from the Eagles' 31-yard line. And we've got Prescott in the gun with Dowdle moving to his left. Prescott takes a snap. He hands it off and gives it to Dowdle, and Dowdle gets to about the first down marker. So he gets about to the 23. They are going to mark him once again a yard short. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the Eagles' 24-yard line. Clock is running. We are at about 11 and a half minutes left in this first quarter. 3rd and 1. Eagles need a critical 3rd down stop here. Prescott's going to line up under center. Dowdle is in the backfield. Prescott takes a snap and he QB sneaks it through. He got it. 1st down. So that's going to bring him 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. So 1st and 10, Prescott under center, split backs in the backfield. Prescott takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He throws. It is going to be incomplete. It looks like he was looking for CeeDee Lamb. It was out of bounds. It was out of bounds right on the sideline there. Slade did a good job of making sure that he had no room to stay in bounds after holding on to the football. And that will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cowboys. Cowboys wearing their all white except for the blue shoulders with their white helmets. Eagles in their midnight green jerseys with their midnight green helmets and white pants. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Does a quick dump off to Pollard. Pollard going to get down to about the 16-yard line there. I'm sorry, down to the 13. My bad. He's going to be marked as stepping out of bounds. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 2 for the Dallas Cowboys. So 3rd and 2. Prescott in the gun. That would be Tony Pollard to his right. CeeDee Lamb looks to be in the slot to the near side. Prescott takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure is coming. Prescott avoids the pressure. Throws. Caught. Lamb into the touchdown. There is a flag down. We will check on this flag. That is our first flag of the game. And the refs are talking about it. And John Hussey is the official for the game. There is no foul. They pick it up. It is a touchdown. Yeah, that flag looks to have been thrown by the umpire. I don't know what they were looking at, but all right, so the Cowboys draw first blood here. Aubrey on to kick the point after. And snap, hold, kick is good. There is a timeout on the field with 10 minutes remaining in the first quarter. The Philadelphia Eagles have yet to touch the football. The Dallas Cowboys, 7. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. Took about 5 minutes. So we will see what the Eagles can do to answer when we come back. So already area of concern for me for this Eagles team is the run defense. The run defense already allowed more than 40 yards on that drive. 45 yards. That 45 yards of that was rushing. That is unacceptable for me. The Eagles cannot be giving up that many yards on the ground. I'm sorry. They went into the bye the best team in the league in rushing yards per game, and they were horrific there. And they've been horrific since in that statistic. And then they also allowed the Cowboys to convert all 3 third downs. Unacceptable. Just simply unacceptable performance by the defense, and we will see if they have the ability to rise above that. Come up with critical third down stops. Now, to be fair to the defense, a lot of those third downs were 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, and it's very hard to defend those. But you got to also, we need to make sure that we're putting them into positions where they're facing 3rd and long. So, coming back from commercial, Prescott was 4 for 5 on that drive in the passing game for 30 of those 75 yards. So, yep, and you got, and here we go. So we are back from commercial at this point. Cowboys are kicking it away. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball to start at their own 25-yard line. And Jalen Hurts leads the Eagles offense onto the field. The first offensive drive for this Philadelphia Eagles team. So Hurts going to line up in the gun. You got DeAndre Swift to his left. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Devontae Smith slot to the far side. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift breaks up, picks up about 4 there, gets to about the 29-yard line. All right, so Eagles pounding it away with a couple or the run. First play of the game. This Cowboys defense is a defense that can be run on, so we certainly hoping to hear from the running game quite a bit here. It's in the gun. Swift to his left. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, and he's keeping himself, and he's going to run, pick up the first down. Gets to about 40-yard line. He's taken down. That's a 10-yard line. That brings up first to 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's an 11-yard pickup. That was a designed quarterback keeper there. So we've got first and 10 now, empty backfield. A.J. Brown slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap. Hurts back, looking, pressure coming. Hurts avoiding the pressure. There is a flag down. It is incomplete. We are going to check on this flag. John Huss, the official. Illegal use of hands to the face on the defense. Will be Mike Parsons they're going to get for that. So that's going to be a 5-yard pickup for the Eagles. And we'll give them an automatic first down. Yeah, Mike Parsons going after Lane Johnson there, and he definitely put the hands up in the face. So, yeah. Hurts intended target Dallas Goddard. Back first time after suffering an injury to his forearm in the first Cowboys match. We got Hurts in the gun. Swift to his right. A.J. Brown lines up on the far side. Devontae Smith to the near side. Hurts moves Swift to his left. Hurts takes the snap. Back looking, throws. Looking for A.J. Brown and almost had it overthrown. Incomplete. That was incomplete to A.J. Brown, and that was, who was that? Number 21 on the coverage there. So Hurts, 2nd and 10. Hurts in the guns. Swift goes in motion to Hurts' right. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught. Dallas Goedert, first catch back. Possibly could be for a first down. Depends on where they spotted it. It was right at the first down marker. He was hit almost immediately. So we'll see where he actually gets marked down. They will give it to him at the Dallas Cowboys 45-yard line. So that is a Eagles first down. And that Eagles getting into Dallas territory on their first drive. We are at 8 minutes left in this first quarter. Hurts is in the gun. Boston Scott comes into his left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Scott. Scott going to break through, gets to about the 40-yard line, gets just past the 39. 41, I apologize. He gets to only the 41, so that is going to be 2nd and 6. That is going to bring up 2nd and 6 for the Philadelphia Eagles here. A little bit of Boston Scott action here on this drive. All right, so we got Hurts in the gun. Hurts under center. Smith to his left, or Smith lines up on the near side, and we got a flag down. We got a flag down here. So whatever this was, it's dead. And they're going to call false start on the Eagles. They get Lane Johnson for that. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11. So 2nd down and 2 sticks here. And we will see how things pan out. Clock is running. We are inside at 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Hurts lines up under center. Hurts in the gun, I apologize. Hurts takes the snap, throws, caught. That is Devontae Smith down about a couple of yards. They're saying incomplete. Yeah, it's incomplete. I apologize. Looked complete. Looked like it was caught, but I guess it... Yeah, he was hit immediately and he lost control of it. He had his hands on it. That would be Clark on the pass defense, the pass breakup there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. First time the Eagles have been in a 3rd and 2-6 situation here. From the Cowboys 46-yard line, Hurts in the gun, back to his right. A.J. Brown goes in motion to the far side. And now there's a flag, so this could be marching the Eagles back a little bit farther, but there was some motion on both ends here. So we'll see who they actually get. Officials have to talk about it. It's a false start. They got the Eagles on that one. They got Jordan Mailata. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 16 situation from the Cowboys 49-yard line. Yeah, Mailata didn't move. It was pretty simultaneous. All right, so 3rd and 16. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Hurts takes the snap. Back. He's going to run. He's going to throw, actually, and that is a wide open Devontae Smith down to the Cowboys' 21-yard line. That was legal. Hurts didn't actually get back to the line of scrimmage, so that was a legal forward pass, and Devontae Smith gets a 30-yard pass reception, and that will send the Eagles deeper into Cowboys territory, 1st and 10. Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Gainwell, throws. That's Dallas Goedert. Goedert picks up the first down, gets inside the 10-yard line. There is a flag down. Pending this flag, it is going to be an Eagles first down. We will see what happens. Looks like they're going to get... Yeah, it's offensive pass interference. They got A.J. Brown. I don't know why A.J. Brown was being called for pass interference there. He wasn't even part of the pass. You're going to call that? He barely made contact with him. He was blocking. All right, 1st and 20, whatever. 1st and 20, Hurts in the gun, back to his left. That would be Swift. Swift goes in motion. A.J. Brown lines up to the far side. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, and then takes it himself. Gets down to about the 20-yard line. The ball popped out. We're going to see here. Ball popped out. It looks like it's Cowboys football. The Cowboys fell on top of it. We'll see who actually has it. Yeah, the Cowboys got it. They're going to check the replay on that, of course, but it does look like it is going to be that drive is going to end with nothing here. Yeah, and he's clearly down, or he's clearly not down. So that ball is clearly out. That is a disheartening way for Eagles fans to see that first drive end. Another Eagles turnover. Jalen Hurts has thrown 10 interceptions and has lost 5 fumbles. These are career highs. Yeah, that ball is clearly out, and it is a clear Cowboys recovery. So, Eagles going to take a seat now, and the Cowboys are going to get it from their own 21-yard line. Eagles defense needs to come back with a critical stop here. But we've got 5:42 left in the first quarter, and the Cowboys have it, and they're up 7-0. All right. So Eagles defense needs to come up big here. Not sure it would be great if they came up with a turnover, but at least a 3 and out to keep the Cowboys from capitalizing on the turnover. Eagles were moving the ball pretty well. Unfortunately, some bad mistakes on their end marched them back quite a bit, and then of course certainly the fumble at the end of that, not what you're looking for here to get this thing started off. Eagles had effectively no takeaways. Hey, musical. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, Matthew, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Eagles were playing really, really good football before the bye. We have seen this before as Eagles fans. Doug Peterson's first year here, the Eagles were undefeated in their first 3 games. And then they had the bye super early. They had the bye like week 4, I think it was. And they were undefeated through their first couple of games. Yeah, the turnover differential this year sucks for Eagles fans. I have it here. On the season, The Eagles are -2 going into this game. Yep, the Eagles were -2 in the takeaway giveaway differential here. Okay, so we got 1st and 10 for the Cowboys from their own 21. Prescott in the gun, and there is a flag that's going to kill the play. It's probably going to be on the Cowboys here. False start. Yep, that is a Cowboys penalty. False start. Coming into this game, so the I'll give you the rundown here. It definitely feels like -20. Don't get me wrong about that. But yeah, the Eagles takeaways on the season, they have 6 interceptions and 8 fumbles for 14 total, and then they've given the ball away now 10 and 6. So Prescott in the game takes a snap, throws CD Lamb, and that is going to be caught. So that is going to be about a 5-6 yard pickup there. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Cowboys. Going to be 2nd and 9 from the Cowboys 22. Prescott takes a snap, back. He's looking. He is looking. He is looking. Throws it incomplete. He was looking for hooks and could not bring that in. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 9 for the Cowboys. The first 3rd and long situation the Cowboys have to face. Eagles defense needs a big down stop here. We cannot be giving up 9 yards. Yeah, so yeah, I should take down my flag in the here. Yeah, so the Eagles have 16 turnovers on the offense and only 14 on the defense. Prescott in the game takes a snap. He's back. He's looking pressure coming. Throws. That is caught by CD Lamb for a first down at midfield. They're going to mark it down officially at the Dallas Cowboys 49-yard line, so that's going to be 1st and 10. Eagles, once again, cannot get off the field on 3rd down. That is the story of the Eagles' defense right now. Eagles' defense, last in the league in terms of 3rd down percentage. Prescott in the gun, back to his right, and in motion. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off. And that is going to get into Eagles territory down around the 49-yard line. So that's about a 2-yard pickup there. I apologize. No, they're going to come down to 50. But it is 2nd and 8. That was actually really closer to it's closer to the 48 than the 49 when they started. Okay, so 2nd and 8 from the midfield marker. Yeah, 3rd down is literally non-existent, Matthew. Prescott, under center, split backs behind him. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Tony Pollard, who gets into Eagles territory, gets down to about the 43-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd. They will mark him down officially at the 44, so it's 3rd and 2. Eagles, once again, need a big 3rd down stop, but if they couldn't get a 3rd and 9 stop, what makes us think we're going to be able to get a 3rd and 2 stop? We will see. We are at 3:25 left in this first quarter. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap. Looking, fires, incomplete. He was looking for Gallup and could not haul it in. And it wasn't because of coverage. It was because he kind of overthrew Gallup there. Gallup had to leap for that one and bounced off his hands. So that's going to bring up 4th and 2. And that will not send. The Cowboys are going to stay out for 4th and 2. From the Eagles' 44-yard line. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Moves to his left. That will be Pollard. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard picks up the first down to the 40. Like clockwork there, guys. Hi, Systrom. Howdy. Glad to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So, 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 40-yard line after the Pollard 3-yard pickup. Or I'm sorry, it was a 4-yard pickup. Prescott under center, split backs behind him. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to bounce to the outside, picks up the first down, gets inside the 30, to the 25, down to about the 23. There is a flag down. We will check on this flag. All right, no worries. I appreciate you. Appreciate you hanging out and listening in. And that is going to be holding on the offense. So that is going, they got steal on that one. So that's going to mark the Cowboys back 10 yards. Yeah, that was pretty clear holding with the replay on there. Yes, still just simply wouldn't let Fletcher Cox go. All right, first and 20 from midfield. Prescott gun back to his left. Prescott takes a snap, looking, batted at the line, incomplete. Incomplete, batted at the line. That would be Fletcher Cox there on the pass pickup. No, I apologize. We're 2nd and 20 right now. 2nd and 20 for the Cowboys. That midfield. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, hands off, bounces out to the outside, and then brought down around the Eagles' 47-yard line. They mark down, so that's a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 17. Okay, if the Eagles' third down defense cannot stop a 3rd and 17 conversion, that's a problem. It was Reed Blankenship on the tackle. Reed Blankenship having himself a career level season this year. Prescott, gun back to his left. Prescott takes a snap back, looking. After coming, throws incomplete. It does hit the ground. There is a flag coming in late. We will check on this flag, looking for the Eagles defense here. Sorry, that might also be me too. The microphone sometimes don't always like to behave. Yeah, they got Darius Slay for pass interference. So that's going to that's a 15-yard penalty, or that results in a 15-yard penalty effectively, but it's a spot foul. 1st and 10, ball's going to be placed at 32. All right. So 1st and 10, following pass interference. Prescott in gun to his right. Prescott takes the snap, back, looking, still looking, bounces to the outside, gonna pick up the first down. There is a flag down. We'll check on this flag. And it is offensive holding. I apologize. I'm going to turn the sound up on my computer here. I want to check sound here. So you might hear an echo. We will check on this flag. And it is offensive holding. Okay. Sound, I don't know what's going on with the sound. I apologize, Systrom. I'm trying here. Okay, so 1st and 20 for the Cowboys. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap, back, looking, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Ferguson there, so that is going to bring up 2nd and 20 that time. We are at 1:04 left in this first quarter here. Cowboys are on the Eagles' 42-yard line. Cowboys have had the ball for almost the entire first quarter here, except for a couple minutes when the Eagles had it. Prescott in the gun, Takes a snap, back, looking, fires, incomplete. It was batted by Nicholas Morrow. Nicholas Morrow was the person who bat that down. He was looking for CeeDee Lamb, could not get it. Glad to hear it's back now, Systrom. Thanks so much. Thanks for confirming that. Sometimes the mics do cut out a little bit in and out here, so. Yeah, he threw it right to Nicholas Morrow. And Prescott's very lucky that was not intercepted. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 20. All right, Eagles once again need to get a 3rd down stop here. Prescott in the gun. Takes a snap. Back. Looking. Fires. Incomplete. He was looking for Turpin. That would be Kevin Byard on the stop. So that's going to bring up 4th and 20, and that will send the Cowboys punting unit onto the field, most likely, unless they try something crazy like kick a field goal, which could happen. 55 seconds left in this first quarter here. No, they're sending out the field goal unit. They're going to try a 60-yard field goal. All right, snap, hold, kick. It's good. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The Cowboys extend their lead now to 2 scores, only able to get a field goal out of the fumble recovery, but it is the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles nothing. 60-yard field goal things on here. All right. How are we feeling? It is good, Strom. Yeah, it was 60-yarder. All right. It was a 13-play, 37-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 52 seconds. And the Eagles need to have an answer here, and that answer cannot involve turning the ball over. All righty. How are we feeling about this game? We've got that drive. Again, that was 37 yards. Take a quick check at the Eagles were helped out quite a bit. Or Eagles were, well, both teams were helped out actually quite a bit by penalties. Pass interference call against Darius Slay, and then a bunch of false starts, a holding penalty there. Brandon Aubrey is on to kick this football away, and we'll give the Eagles another shot at it. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. NBC doing some stupid graphic right now here. Jalen Hurts has not lost consecutive football games since October of 2021. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, throws it to Dallas Goddard. Goddard going to power the pile through and get to about the 31-yard line before he is brought down. That is a 6-yard pickup there. Most of those yards coming after the catch brings up 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Eagles do have to run one more play this quarter. Hurts in the gun. DeAndre Swift to his left. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts to snap. He hands it off to Swift. Swift picks up about 3. Gets to about the 33-yard line. They're only going to credit him for 2 yards, so that is going to be a 3rd and 2. And that is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's been all Dallas Cowboys in the first quarter. Or the Dallas Cowboys 10, Philadelphia Eagles nothing. We move to the second. 15 minutes of football underneath us. We're going to see how the Eagles can continue. See if the Eagles are able to make this game kind of like last week, but with the Eagles being the 49ers, so to speak. See if the Eagles are able to turn it around for the remaining 3 quarters here. We will see what happens. But in that first quarter, Jalen Hurts, 3 for 5, 46 yards in the passing game, so not bad in the passing game. In the running game, in that first quarter, Hurts, 2 carries for 21 yards. His longest run was an 11-yard run. One of them did result in the fumble, so that certainly is not great. DeAndre Swift, 2 carries for 6 yards. Boston Scott, 1 carry for 4. Leading receiver right now is Devontae Smith with his 30-yard pickup on that first drive. Dallas Goedert is 2 for 2 in the first quarter, 16 yards there. A.J. Brown has only been targeted once, and he was overthrown on that one throw there. So far right now, Eagles defense also not doing its job. Think 3rd downs, Eagles are not getting off the field on 3rd down so far this game. Certainly not in the first quarter. They were 4 for 6 on 3rd downs in this quarter. Neither of those 3rd downs wound up resulting in punts because the Cowboys 1 for 1 on 4th down. And the second 4th down that they attempted was the field goal that put them out by scores. In the first quarter as well, Dak Prescott, 6 for 13 in the passing game, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. In the run game, Turpin has to be the leading rusher so far in the first quarter, 22 yards. Tony Pollard run 3 times for 21 yards. Dowdle has run 4 times for 15 yards. And Dak Prescott took himself on that QB sneak and converted 4th down. We are back from commercial, 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell in motion to Hurts' left. A.J. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Gainwell, throws, and that is incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Smith, and that is going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Eagles. And we'll see what they do here, but it's likely that they're going to send the punting unit on, and that is definitely not great. That was Hooker on the coverage. Hurts was getting pressured a little bit. That was Lawrence on the pressure there. They will send Braden Mann out to punt this away. And the Eagles defense will once again be called upon to go back to work. Mann has been averaging just shy at 50 yards on punts this season. And he fakes it. And that is a fake, and that's to Olamide Zaccheaus, who picks up the first down. Hello. Hello, and the Eagles get into Dallas territory, down to the Dallas Cowboys 39-yard line. Big fake. I don't think anybody was expecting that. I certainly wasn't. Caught me by surprise totally. But Olamide Zaccheaus was running wide open down the right sideline for the Eagles. And Brandon Mann did an excellent job at telling that fake. And that was a 28-yard pickup. Braden Mann has a passing stat on the board. So Jalen Hurts is going to line up under center, first and 10 from the Cowboys' 39-yard line. Goddard goes in motion. Hurts takes the snap, hands off the switch, and gets dropped in the back. Loses about 5. Yeah, I'm not laughing out of. I mean, I'm glad the Eagles got a pickup there, but I'm just a little surprised. I'm laughing out of surprise here. I'm not expecting that. Hurts in the gun. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Swift goes in motion to Hurts right. Hurts takes the snap back, looking, throws, caught. That is Devontae Smith, and that is going to pick up about 9 there. Eagles definitely did to shake it up, and hopefully it gives whatever shot in the arm the Eagles offense needs here. So 3rd and 5 for the Eagles now, following the Devontae Smith 9-yard reception. Ron Bland there was on the stop. So bring 3rd and 5 from the Cowboys 34-yard line. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Brown goes into the slots on the near side with Smith far out to the near side. Hurts takes a snap back, looking, throw, looking for A.J. Brown, incomplete. Was right there and couldn't haul it in. And it is going to bring up 4th down for the Eagles. And this time, they'll probably send the field goal unit out. That curve there on the coverage for A.J. Brown. It was kind of right through his hands. That's weird. Usually that is automatic for A.J. Brown, so I'm a little surprised he didn't bring that in. Jake Elliott on to attempt the field goal. This is a 52-yard attempt. Snap hold kick is up and good. Just narrowly inside the right, and with 12 minutes and 34 seconds left to play in the first half. The Philadelphia Eagles get on the board. It is 10-3. Favor of Dallas. All right, so whatever shot in the arm the Eagles offense did, hopefully that gave it to them. And it's still kind of stalled out. I'm definitely disappointed that it stalled out there. I hear you. I don't blame you there, Systrom. Yeah, I like to internalize some of the picks. Unless there's a reason to, I usually don't vocalize them, right? So, and certainly not here. Like, I did expect that Seattle and Los Angeles were going to lose, and they did. But yeah, this year has been weird. I mean, the Eagles. You're right there, Matthew. This year has been weird. Eagles somehow are 10-2, despite struggles in various domains throughout the year. At the beginning of the year, it was the red zone, where the Eagles were really struggling. Now it's 3rd downs. The Eagles' defense is struggling on 3rd downs. And in the run game, the Eagles' run defense has really, really tanked. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But 1, 2, 3, 4 left in the second quarter. Well, I mean, they did change things up. They started with a running play. Yeah, I do hear you about that. Matthew. I understand that frustration. Yeah, I hear you. 5 of 7 wrong this week, Systrom. Woof. I mean, hopefully we make it. Hopefully we make it 5 for 8. Or hopefully 5 right, 7 wrong this week. Woof. But yeah, hopefully we make it 5 right, 8 wrong this week. Yeah, I don't know. People were speculating. I will say this: people were speculating at the end of last season that, I mean, Eagles fans didn't like Gannon, and I mean, we're certainly glad he's gone. But somebody did make a comment. I'll finish this in a second. Prescott in the gun. No, never mind. Yeah, Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to, and that's going to pick up about 2 there. That'll be double. People were speculating that we would miss Gannon more than we were expecting, simply because there was an article about that. I have to find that. I forget exactly what it ran, but with Gannon gone, people didn't like Gannon. With him gone, we might miss him a little bit more on the defensive end. Sean Bias definitely had some pains. Scott in the gun, back to his left, man in motion. Scott takes a snap, the handoff. Prescott back, looking, throws wide open in Ferguson, and that's into Eagle territory. That was wide open as Ferguson, and Blankenship does hit him almost immediately there. Blankenship is now down. Prescott is 7 for 14, 89 passing yards and a touchdown. He's also run 3 yards. Grace. So there's your Prescott update. We have 11:28 clock to stop right now. Reed Blankenship is down due to it was shaking up a little bit on that play. Hope he's okay. It looks like he's walking off on his power. Probably just come out a little bit. Sirianni out there with the trainers coming out there to check things out. Blankenship having there was some helmet contact there. They're gonna probably come out for concussion. But the clock has stopped right now. They're going to get things going here in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the Eagles 45-yard line. I know. And Reed Blankenship especially, Matthew. He's had a heck of a year. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off, and that pile is getting moved about 4 yards. That was Dowdle again on the run. 4-yard pickup, ultimately brought down finally by Cox and Carter, Fletcher Cox and Jalen Carter. So that brings up 2nd and 6 from the Eagles' 41-yard line. Shaquille Leonard out there for the first game after signing with the Eagles earlier this week. You're at 10 minutes and 45 seconds left in this first half. Prescott lines up under center. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion to the far side, and then he cuts back to the near side. Prescott takes the snap, back, looking, throws, caught by Dowdle at the line of scrimmage, and he is going to get brought down at the first down marker. So at the 35-yard line, and that is going to bring up a Cowboys first down. All right. Yeah, Systrom, I'm glad you're happy about the AFC teams. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to Dowdle. Dowdle going to break free from the pile and gets up to about the 26-yard line. Yeah, it's going to bring up 2nd and 1 for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 26-yard line. And the Eagles' run defense, once again, is letting up all kinds of yards. Dowdle, 30 yards on 7 carries. Prescott in the gun, back to his left. That would be Dowdle. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion. Direct snap to CeeDee Lamb. Lamb goes and gets down to about the 15. Picks up the first down easily. Picks up about 11 yards there. They will officially roll him out of bounds at the 16, so that is a 10-yard pickup for Lamb. It was not a direct snap either. Prescott kind of like volleyballed it to him. All right, so 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 16-yard line. Eagles need some kind of something here on defense. Prescott under center, back behind him. That looks to be Dowdle. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off. No, that would be Pollard. Pollard gets to about the 10 there, so that's going to be about a 6-yard pickup is where he's brought down. They will actually credit him to the 9, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 3. I know. I agree with you. Prescott lines up in the gun. Pollard to his right. Man in motion. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to bounce it out to the outside and is going to get brought down short of the first down marker, but not before picking up about 2. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll actually say 3rd and 2, so they are actually crediting him only to the 8-yard line, so 3rd and 2 there. Jalen Hurts, 4 for 8 in the passing game, 55 yards. He's also run 2 times for 21 yards and fumbled. Prescott takes a snap. QB sneak, first down. Gets down 4, 1st and goal. Yeah, we have not had the ball really long at all. You were right there, Matthew. So Prescott in the gun, Pollard to his right. CeeDee Lamb goes in motion to the near side. Prescott takes a snap, hands off to Pollard. Pollard is going to be marked just short. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal. They'll QB take this one for the touchdown and go up by 3 scores. By 2 scores, I apologize. Yeah, so it looks like here, just based off of the chat here going, correct me if I'm wrong here. Graves, I don't know who you're rooting for. You haven't really indicated. But yeah, Matthew looks to be rooting for the Eagles, and Systrom looks to be rooting for the Cowboys here. All right, so ball's at the 1. Prescott lines up under center. He's probably going to QB sneak this. He is not. He's going to take it, fake the handoff to Dowdle. And that is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Ferguson there, and that is going to bring up 3rd and goal. Again, I'm surprised that Prescott didn't do that. Didn't be sneaking in there. All right, 3rd and goal. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Dowdle, and does Dowdle get stopped short? They're coming in a little bit. The officials are coming in short of the touch of the goal line here. They're saying that the ball is short of the goal line. Ball is short of the goal line there. Yeah, he does not. They're saying he does not look to cross the plane of the goal line. They're running replays right now. And Mike McCarthy has thrown the challenge flag. So they are going to take a look at it. They're going to take a look at it. Remember, the call on the field is that that the ball did not cross the goal line. And my concern from these overhead angles is you can't see where the ball is. You can only see where Ferguson's head is. And Ferguson doesn't make a reach. So we do have a timeout on the field with 5:40 left in the first half. The Eagles will get the ball back to start the second half. They need to do something here, though, in order for that to make any difference. It looks like I don't think his knee would have been down. I think the ruling would have been his forward progress was stopped short of the goal line. I'm not ruling them out right now. Yeah, Sykstrom, we're not looking good in this first half. We look like we're still recovering from from being decimated last week. Like we're still scratching our heads trying to figure out what to do here. This does not look good for Eagles fans. Yes, the first game was against the Patriots, and we did not look good against the Patriots. We have yet to play a complete game. The closest we get to, maybe you can argue, maybe our game against the Dolphins was a complete game, but we have yet to play a truly complete game. And this game is no different here. Yeah. Grace, not right now. Not right now. We'll see what happens here. Did come back and rule that they did come back and they did say that it was in fact a touchdown. So that is going to that is a touchdown. So it is now 16-3, and yeah, there's the side angle that they were looking for. The side angle that we didn't see in the early reviews. The ball does very clearly cross. All right, so extra point, snap, hold, kick is good. And with 6 minutes and 14 seconds left to play in the first half, because they added a whole bunch of time on after the replay reversed the touchdown. The Dallas Cowboys 17, the Philadelphia Eagles 3. I was just getting there, Grace. I just realized I never had the thing updated here, the possession arrow that I have. I kind of guessed that you were rooting for the Cowboys, Grace, when you first asked about Prescott. Prescott's been having a better game. 6:14 left in the first half. Aubrey on to kick it away. Eagles have not forced Dallas to end a drive without a score this game. So Prescott, so far, 9 for 17, 105 yards and a touchdown. Aubrey's on to kick it away, and he does, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone. We'll say a very heartwarming moment for the Eagles this week was if you haven't checked that out, check out the video of Lane Johnson finding out he was the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Walter Payton Man of the Year, the most prestigious off the field award that an NFL player can receive. The Eagles nominated Lane Johnson for it this year. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell gets up to the 30, down around the 32-yard line. So that is going to bring up an Eagles 2nd down and 3. Yeah, Lane Johnson has, in addition to all the many, many things that he has done, he's certainly overcome a lot of adversity in his life in terms of mental health-related issues. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, throws, caught A.J. Brown down around the 40-yard line, gets pushed out of bounds around the 45. They will officially credit him to the 46, so that is a 14-yard pickup, pushed out of bounds by Gilmore. That will bring up Eagles 1st down. But yeah, Lane Johnson, the Eagles nominated for Walter Payton of the year. Found out about it. He's done a lot of work in terms of mental health and advocating for mental health stuff. So that's huge. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Hurts making changes to the line. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Julio Jones in the slot to the far side. Hurts takes a snap, and he's going to keep it himself. He's going to run, gets into Dallas Cowboys territory, down around the 46-yard line. And that is going to bring 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. To the 44 for a 1st down. .445 left in the first half. Hurts. And now the officials are coming in and still on play here. There is an issue with the play clock, so reset the play clock. 25 seconds. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying here. Hurts the gun, back to right. Hurts takes a snap, hands off to Gainwell. Gainwell breaks free for 1st down, gets down to around the 41-yard line. The Eagles down around the 41-yard line. Is this any better? Try refreshing too if that doesn't work. So Hurts in the gun, back to right. You can't hear me. You can't hang on. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Kane takes the snap, takes the handoff to Gainwell, bounce out himself, slide down around the line of, he's actually going to mark the short. So bring up 2nd down. I'm getting audio on my side here. Oh, yeah, that audio is buffering. I'm trying here, guys. Hang on. 3:05 left in the first half. Hurt the gun, takes a snap back, looking for A.J. Brown. That is caught inbounds. 2:52 left in the first half. That is a big Eagles 1st down. I'm working on it here. I'm working on it. Type 1 second. Let me check a couple things. Don't go anywhere. All right. How's this? Any better? How's this? Any better? We have reached the 2-minute warning. How's this? Any better? How's this? Any better? We have reached the 2-minute warning. Okay, we've reached the 2-minute warning. I just checked it on my end, so the sound sounds okay at this point. Definitely keep me posted if buffering resumes here. I've only ever noticed this problem when I've been running with Streamlabs. So, like when I do my regular podcast episodes, I don't use Streamlab, and I've noticed this problem not there. I'm probably going to be looking for a wired microphone soon. Yeah, can you hear me, Grace? My regular podcast episodes, I don't use Streamlab, and I've noticed this problem not there. I'm probably going to be looking for. Can you hear me, Grace? How about now? Is this working? I sound good now. I sound good now, according to Systrom. Back in business. All right, good. All right. Yeah, definitely let me know if that happens again. Thank you, Matthew. All right. All right. Yeah, definitely keep me posted if that happens again. I can try. I have a couple of mics I can switch. Yeah, I think that's a problem that I have with my microphones when they come into Streamlabs. I was saying that. But when I film my regular podcast episodes, yeah, no worries, Matthew. Yeah, when I film my regular podcast episodes, I don't use Streamlabs. I just use the native stuff. So, all right. So Hurts in the gun, Gainwell to his left. Hurts take a snap, looking, pressure coming. Hurts not going to be able to escape the pressure, get backed. Appreciate you, Lystrom. Yeah, appreciate you hanging out. Gun, Gainwell to his left. I give up. I'm using the native microphone here. I'm using the native microphone. If you're going to pick up a lot more background noise, I apologize. All right, so we're at 1:55. It's 3rd and 18 for the Eagles. Dallas has taken their first timeout. That was what I meant. That was Jalen Hurts got sacked, lost 7 yards by Micah Parsons. So we got 3rd and 18. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Gainwell goes in motion. Hurts takes the snap. Throws batted at the line. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown. And that is going to bring up 4th and 18. Eagles are only going to be able to come out of this with a field goal, most likely, barring anything crazy. And this is not a great first half performance for the Philadelphia Eagles. So Jake Elliott on to kick the field goal. This is a 44-yard attempt. Elliott. Snap, hold, kick is good. That ball is like a magnet to the right side of the upright, but that did get there. 1:48 left in this first half, and the Philadelphia Eagles get another field goal. It is 17-6 in favor of the Cowboys. Hurts, 7 for 12, 92 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He also ran 4 times, 28 yards. His longest run was an 11-yard run. He has also fumbled once. That is the only turnover of this game. All right. We're at 1:48 left in the half. Eagles need to make some. The one thing that the Eagles have been decently, or at least Sean Desai has been decently good at for the most part, the San Francisco game being the exception to that, second half adjustments. So, but yeah, if you're an Eagles fan, this is definitely frustrating. This is, I mean, the rest of this season is, and honestly, even this game should be winnable. And if you're coming into this game and you're looking for a statement game, and the statement game has to be the statement game. If you're an Eagles fan, the statement has to be that last week was a fluke and we are back and we are looking to come away with, and we are still in contention. We're still the best team in the NFC. This is not the performance. It just simply is not acceptable performance. That's not the statement you're making. The statement that you're making right now is that we went to sleep after the first quarter of the San Francisco game, and we haven't done it, and we have no idea what to do. So now it's been a while since, admittedly, it's been a while since the Eagles have won in Dallas, and the Eagles were dogs in this game. But I don't know, where this game does not inspire confidence in anybody if you're an Eagles fan. Their last 5 home games against the Eagles they've won. It's the longest active streak in this rivalry. Jake Elliott on to kick it away. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Dallas is going to get the ball to start off this drive on their own 25-yard line. The Cowboys have 2 of their timeouts. Eagles do have all 3. So should something happen defensively, should some kind of life be injected into this Eagles team defensively, then it is entirely possible that the Eagles could get some kind of points out of it. And the Eagles will get the ball back to start the second half. Prescott in the gun. Prescott takes a snap, throws, caught. That is Tony Pollard, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. That's only about a 2-yard pickup. 3-yard pickup, actually. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 7. I do know Jalen Hurts is injured. I do know he was injured. Yes, that is accurate. That I did know that part of it. I'm just frustrated right now because this is a game, like as an Eagles fan, I'm frustrated because this game should be something the Eagles should be winning handily. Actually, all the last games. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap, throws, and that is going to be caught, and that is going to be a first down. Gets caught at the 36. And I will say, yeah, okay, Grace. All right, yeah, I wasn't sure here. Yeah, Hurts it. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, and he is sacked. He is sacked. That is Hassan Reddick who sacked him from the ground. Hassan Reddick was like crawling to Dak Prescott and knocked him down, and that is a loss of 6 there. Steele like pushed him to the ground. Steele pushed Reddick to the ground, and Reddick like crawled to Prescott. All right. So we got 2nd and 16. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, caught by who is that? That's C.D. Lamb. That's going to get down to about the 40. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Yeah, he did suffer a leg injury. According to the Eagles, that injury is no longer a problem. According to the Eagles, the injury is no longer a problem. And in fact, the Eagles never even listed Hurts on the injury report, much to the chagrin of a lot of people in the media who thought he should have been listed. 3rd and 6. Eagles need a big 3rd down stop here. Prescott in the gun, back to his left. Prescott takes the snap, back, looking, firing, and that is caught by Cooks. There is a flag down. We are going to check on this flag here. I will say this, though, Grace. As much as Jalen Hurts has been injured, and I can understand that as an excuse for the couple of the games there, that does not excuse the Eagles' defense, which has sucked since the bye, especially the Eagles' run defense, which has been horrifically bad since the bye. The Eagles went into the bye letting up 65 yards, more than 65 yards on average, and they were best in the league in that stat. They are now like number 4, and they are dropping fast after several 100-plus yard rushing games. Checking on this flag here. And they are saying defensive pass interference. And also a face mask. On Eli Ricks. No, I'm sorry, that's Kelly Ringo. My bad. Kelly Ringo gets called for pass interference and for a face mask. And then both penalties are enforced. The face mask is enforced between downs. So that pushes the ball to the Eagles' 35-yard line. So 1st and 10, and that was, if you're an Eagles defense, that is unacceptable. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, back, looking. He's going to take off himself, gets down to around the 29-yard line. I'm sorry, the 31-yard line. I apologize. Going the other way. 36 seconds left, and the Cowboys are taking their second timeout here. What did I do as a kid? I've been an Eagles fan for a long time. I've been an Eagles fan for quite a long time. I actually used to do the morning announcements at school sometimes. That was fun. But I was also very musically inclined. I played the violin for 9 years through school. And then when I got into college, I kind of transitioned a little bit and was still a little bit more musically inclined than I am athletically. But yeah, yeah. Alright, so we got 37 seconds left in this first half. It'll be 2nd and 6 from the Eagles' 31 when we come back from the timeout. Grace, how long have you been an Eagles fan? Matthew, same question, and Systrom, since you're here, how long have you been a Cowboys fan? Alright. Still on commercials right now. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 6 from the Eagles 31. We are coming back from commercial. 37 seconds left in the half here. A little bit of an update on Reed Blankenship. Looks like it's coming in. He is being evaluated for a concussion. No surprise, he was hit in the head. Prescott in the gun, back to his left. Prescott takes a snap. Hit as he throws, caught. He's down short. He's down about a yard short. What is 35 yards exactly? I don't understand the question here. I'm sorry, Grace. Cool. All right. Was it 35 years was what you meant to say there? All right, 1st and goal from the 1. 27 seconds left. Prescott in the gun. Takes a snap. Back, looking, throwing. Incomplete. He was looking for Cooks there. So that's incomplete. Going to bring up 2nd and goal. 23 seconds left in the half. A lifeless start for the Eagles. Just 2 field goals. Very reminiscent of last week. Prescott lines up in the gun. Pollard to his right. Prescott takes a high snap, throws, caught, touchdown. That'd be, who'd they get for that? That's Gallup there on the touchdown. It's Gallup on the touchdown, so that'll make it 23-6. With 20 seconds left here. The Eagles will get the ball to start the second half, but I'm not thrilled here. Since you were a teenager. All right. Alright, snap, hold, kick is good for the extra point, and with 20 seconds left in the first half, it is the Dallas Cowboys 24, the Philadelphia Eagles 6. And the Eagles need to definitely start doing something in the second half, because what they did in the first half ain't working. It did not work. This first half was horrifically bad. Favorite TV show as a kid? That's a good one. I did like Pokemon growing up. I was growing up when the original series came out, so that was something big. I did like that growing up. Aubrey on to kick it away, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will start at their own 25-yard line. We'll see if they even decide to run a play. Last couple of games, we've gotten into this stretch, and they've just kneeled it into halftime. Favorite TV shows as a kid? Yeah, so I mean, Pokemon was big when I was growing up. Trying to think here. There were quite a few. Hurts is going to run a play, so he's in the gun, back to his right. A.J. Brown lines up to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to pick up, gets down to around the 30, and that's where he's going to get marked down, and the Eagles are going to take a timeout, it looks like. Try to get them as many yards as they can so that way they can take a strike down at the end zone. It's going to be second and 4. They will credit him to the 31. They will credit Swift to the 31 for that, and Bland was there on the stop. Alright, Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Or back to his right, I'm sorry. Hurts takes a snap, back, looking, throwing. A.J. Brown, they're saying, they're sorting it out. He's definitely out of bounds. They're saying, they're definitely sending it upstairs to review, it looks like at this point. Yeah, no, he wasn't even close to inbounds there. That was 1 foot out. 1 foot out when he brought that in. So that's an incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd and 4. No, that's clear and obvious there. 3rd and 4. Looking for A.J. Brown. Brown not having a great day. He has been targeted 6 times, only caught 2 of those passes. For 38 yards. So we got 10 seconds left here in this half. It's 3rd and 4. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown to the far side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Kenny Gainwell. Gainwell going to get up to the 40-yard line. Down to around the 41. Eagles are going to let the clock expire, and we're going to go into halftime here. So we are at halftime, folks. Final score at halftime: Cowboys 24, Eagles 6. Eagles get the ball to start the second half. Yeah, what was your favorite TV show as a kid? Well, I got you here. I mean, Grace, Matthew, Seistrom. What were your guys' favorite TV shows as a kid? You can feel free to drop that in the chat. Love to hear from you. I'm going to take a quick peek at some of these stats here. So yeah, we're at halftime. And this first half has been all Cowboys. Jalen Hurts, 7 for 13 in the passing game, 92 yards, no touchdowns, no interceptions. He has also run 4 times for 28 yards. His longest was 11. One of his runs was also a fumble. So that kind of negated a lot on the first drive. In the running game, again, the Eagles fans outside of the NovaCare complex on Wednesday begging the Eagles to run the football. Eagles have attempted that. Again, besides Jalen Hurts, Kenny Gainwell has run 3 times for 23 yards. DeAndre Swift run 4 times for 8 yards, and Boston Scott has a 4-yard run himself. So the Eagles have 63 running yards so far. But once again, and this was one of the things I was saying going into this game, the Eagles cannot afford to give up another 100-plus yard rushing game, and they are on track to do that. In this first half, the Dallas Cowboys have 96 rushing yards Most of them coming from Tony Pollard and Dowdle. So Dowdle and Pollard both picking up 31 and 32 yards respectively. Dowdle seems to be the leading rusher in terms of attempts, though, at 31 attempts. At 8 attempts for 31 yards. Pollard getting his 32 yards on 6 carries. Turpin has only had the 122-yard run, which was a very, very bad sign from the jump there. And then Dak Prescott has 3 runs for 11 yards. So again, that's 96 yards in total. And the Eagles' run defense is just simply not up to the challenge right now. It has not. It is incredibly porous. Matthew, you brought up good points here in terms of that. And this is something that I've been harping on a little bit, especially lately, especially since the bye. The Eagles have given up. The Eagles' run defense has not given up a less than 100-yard rushing game since the bye week. Every week since the bye, the Eagles' run defense has been allowing more than 100 yards regularly, or has been allowing, and it's not even like it's been close to 100 yards, right? Like, there's a difference between, like, okay, well, yes, it's a 100-plus yard rushing game, but, like, 102 yards, right? Like, that's different. No, it's 140, 168, 173, and 146 against the Chiefs, Bills, and 49ers, respectively. And these are just simply unacceptable numbers. And now we're on track to have another 100-plus yard rushing game because we're at 96 yards allowed. That's the first half. Prescott, 14 for 23 in the passing game for 157 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. So 2 of the Cowboys' touchdowns have come through the air. 1 touchdown coming off of a Dowdle run. And then, yeah. So this is the frustrating stuff here. But here is the big thing here. This is the other key that I was looking at. Dallas Cowboys are 6 for 8 on third downs. And on both of the 2 third downs that they did not convert, they didn't punt the ball away. The first one resulted in a Dak Prescott QB sneak that resulted in the Cowboys picking up like 3 yards on a 3rd and 1. Or on a 4th and 1, I apologize. And then the other one was a 60-yard field goal. So, like, the Eagles getting into these third down positions here, and now they're giving up. They just can't get off the field. Meanwhile, the Eagles' offense is 2 for 5 on third downs. The Eagles' offense has not been able to get anything going. Let's take a look at some of these possession charts here. Eagles had the ball once in the first quarter. They moved the ball pretty well. 8 plays, 69 yards. They lost a whole bunch on false starts and what have you. But at the end, the ball ended, it ended on that Jalen Hurts fumble. And then the Eagles have only had the ball 3 other times, I apologize, including the end of half. But the Eagles, those drives ended in field goals. And they were 8-play, 10-play drives, so like they were long, sustained drives, but the Eagles need to have some kind of an answer for why are we kicking field goals here. The Eagles have to be able to punch the ball in the end zone, and the Cowboys haven't punted the ball at all. They just have not. Their drives have been 10, 13, 12, and 8 plays. And all of them have ended in points. And I'm sorry, I like Jake Elliott. Jake Elliott's probably my favorite player on this team right now. But I don't like seeing him out there when we should be getting touchdowns. In a game like this, I don't want Jake Elliott being my leading fantasy scorer. What's 69 yards equal to? It was 8 plays, 69 yards. So that's probably quite a bit of a that's definitely like more than half a it's definitely more than half the field. That Eagles drive started at their own 25-yard line, and that went down to inside the Cowboys, well inside the Cowboys 15. Like that was like the Eagles would have scored on that drive if they didn't turn the ball over. Where did they actually turn the ball over there, Grace? Oh no, they turned it over at their 21, or at the Cowboys 21. That's where it ended. And the bummer part about this is that if the Eagles win today, they are in the playoffs. But it doesn't look like the Eagles are going to be. I mean, we still got half a game left, so anything can happen here. The Eagles can turn it on, and the Eagles can turn it on and figure out what they need to do here. But it's not looking good for the. I mean, the Eagles once again are probably not going to be able to clinch a playoff spot this week. And this time it's not because they didn't get the help. At least last week, when we broke down the playoff scenarios, there was help that the Eagles needed, and the Eagles didn't get the help that they needed. But the Eagles got the help that they needed this week. The Eagles got losses from both the Rams to the Ravens. The Rams lost to the Ravens 37-31 in overtime. And then the 49ers defeated the Seahawks. So the 49ers defeated the Seahawks 28-16. That was the other help that the Eagles needed. If both of those helps came through, so it's now on the Eagles as to why they as to whether or not they are able to make the playoffs this week, and it's not looking good for this game at this stage. Yeah, Reed Blankenship in with a concussion it being evaluated for a concussion before he went in. He had 3 tackles, which is again, Reed Blankenship's probably one of our best players on the Eagles defense right now. Hassan Reddick has a sack to his credit, which is awesome, and then he's got 2 combined tackles. Micah Parsons has a sack to his credit. Leading tackler right now is Deron Bland. 5 combined tackles for solo, 1 assist. And then a couple of those were tackles for loss. So, yeah, that's where things stand in this game. I mean, again, the biggest statistic right now that is bothering me to no end is the Eagles, just very simply put, I hear you, Grace, but they're not winning right now. They don't seem to have any interest in winning this football game. They've only scored 2 field goals. They've marched down the field and they've only scored 2 field goals, and the Eagles defense has shown no interest in stopping the Cowboys. Just none. The Eagles defense has shown no interest except for a couple of instances, right? Like, I mean, we had the sack, that Hassan Reddick dealt to Dak Prescott, but Eagles defense right now, horrifically bad on 3rd downs. Horrific. They've allowed the Cowboys to have a 75% conversion ratio, and they're letting the Cowboys run all over them. Most of the Cowboys' offensive yards here. Yup, it is very, very likely this week that the Niners will clinch the number 1 seed, Anthony. They can't officially clinch it. There's definitely too many games left, but the Niners will become the front runners for the number 1 seed. I'll just take a quick convert back here. Whoops. The Cowboys do have more passing yards than they do running yards, which is more of a surprise to me. But Cowboys have 96 rushing yards and 151 passing yards. So they've just been the more dominant team right now, and they've held on to the ball for a whole 5 more minutes than the Eagles have. So we'll see what the Eagles are able to do here, but again, this is the largest halftime deficit the Eagles have had since 2019's Week 7. They're just putting this up as it was while they were facing the Cowboys. They were down 27-7, and I believe they lost that game. Yeah, I hope the Eagles are able to come away with the win. Myself as an Eagles fan, I do hope that they're able to, but right now the Eagles are not playing like they deserve it. So we'll see what happens in the second half, but right now, the Eagles have to do something here. All right, so Aubrey is on to kick this away. And he does kick it away. And that's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball on their own 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. So 1st and 10, ball's on the 25. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown to the near side. And we've got a stoppage here. And they are going to get the Cowboys on that neutral zone infraction. They're going to get Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons got a jump on the snap here. And came in pretty quickly. They killed it because it would have been a free run. So Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap back, or hands it off to Swift. Swift gets the first down. Picks up about 7 there, gets to the Eagles' 37-yard line. So it was that was actually 1st and 5. It is now 1st and 10. Ball's on the Eagles' 37-yard line. You're right. I've There's a Cowboys player down. I'm sorry, I missed the play, so I'm going to back it up real quick here. All right, Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown's on the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift gets up to the 44-yard line there. They will credit him to the 43, so it's 2nd and 4 from the 43. We do have a timeout now. It looks like Hankins was injured on the play. So Hankins for the Cowboys was injured on the play, and so that we got the stoppage now. It's 2nd and 4 for the Eagles from their own 43-yard line. 14:24 left in the third quarter. So we're going to stoppage right now. So. Alright. Eagles need to get back into this quickly here. Yeah, so we're on a stoppage right now, but yeah, there's an injury timeout. Slowly coming back here, trying to get a status update on this. All right, looks like we're back in. We'll see. Hopefully Hankins is okay. 2nd and 4, Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Brown lines up to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to break through, gets the first down, gets marked down around the 49-yard line of the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a 6-yard pickup. That's a 6-yard pickup, and that will give the Eagles a first down. Mozzie Smith was beat a little bit there on that. Bell and Curse were on the stop for Swift. Hurts in the gun, sends Swift in motion to the far side. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught A.J. Brown, gets down inside the 45. That is, and that ball better not be out. They're saying They're saying it's out. It's a fumble, and the Cowboys recovered. Yeah, that ball is out. That ball is live. That ball is out and live, and the Cowboys recover it. And this is the second fumble that the Eagles have given up this game. The Cowboys have not given the ball over this game at all. That was horrific. Horrific. Everybody on that drive deserves to be strung up there. Prescott under center, back in the backfield. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard, who gets nowhere, gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 9. They will credit him for a 1-yard pickup, but that was Jordan Davis and Fletcher Cox. Eagles have to come up with something here to get the ball back quickly. The ball was on the Cowboys' 37-yard line there, so they got a yard. It's now on their 38. 2nd and 9 for the Cowboys. Prescott in the gun. Pollard to his right. Man in motion. Prescott takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing, looking for CD Lamb deep, incomplete. It was through his hands. Through his hands, incomplete, and that is 3rd and 9. Eagles need a big 3rd down stop here. It would be great if they were able to get a turnover, but I will just take getting off of the field here. Forcing them into a punting situation. Sidney Brown was there was coming in on the coverage. Lamb was wide open. It was just kind of through his hands. Brown was not even really close to him, and neither was Justin Evans for that matter. Prescott in the gun, Pollard to his left. Prescott sends a man in motion, takes the snap. Back, looking, throws, complete to Tony Pollard, but it is not enough. He is marked out of bounds, shy of the first down marker by about 4 yards. Harkins is going to get carted off of the field here, so again, hopefully he is okay. But that is going to send up 4th and 4 for the Cowboys from their own 43. and that is going to send the punting unit on, and the Eagles need to make sure that they actually punt this football. 12 and a half minutes left in the third quarter. Britton Covey back to return. This is the first time he's been on the field to return the football. Anger on to punt this ball away. And the ball is actually kicked. Covey fields it at the 9, takes it up to the 15, 20, 25, where he's brought out of bounds at the 27 by Schoonmaker. So the Eagles will get the ball back at their own 27-yard line. Fortunately, not too much damage from their fumble that gave the Cowboys back, but that is the first 3 and out the Cowboys have had all game. That is the first 3 and out the Cowboys have had all game, and now the Eagles' offense needs to come up with some kind of an answer here. $12:02 left in the third quarter. How are we feeling? How are we feeling, guys? Did we have a good weekend at least? Do you guys have any, those of you who are watching, any fun, exciting weekend plans? Just drop them in the chat. Love to hear from you. I was actually part of a Christmas concert earlier today. So that was a whole lot of fun. Lots of beautiful music. The line of scrimmage, Grace. Line of scrimmage for the Eagles will be when they get the ball back. It's going to be their 27. So the line of scrimmage will be there. That's going to be where they start with the football. So 1st and 10, they have to get 10 yards from that line of scrimmage to get to their next yard marker. So the Eagles have 4 plays to get to the 37-yard line from the 27, and the line of scrimmage marks where the ball starts. Showing some Friday Night Football there, it looks like, or some high school football. All right, 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 27-yard line. Hurts is in the gun, Swift behind him. Kind of a bunch formation to the far side with Brown in the slot. Hurts takes a snap back, looking, throwing. Looking for Devontae Smith, incomplete, overthrow him. Devontae Smith kind of had to come over to the sideline. It bounced off his hands a little bit. It was a little bit too hard thrown there. So that does bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles from their own 27-yard line. Hurts in the gun, back behind him. That would be Swift. Brown to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift gets up to about the 31-yard line. So that is a pickup of 4. It is 3rd and 6. So 3rd and long. Feeling good? Good. Glad we're feeling good. 11 and a half minutes left in the third quarter here. Hurts in the gun. Kenny Gainwell is in as the back, and he will line up to his right. A.J. Brown goes in motion to the slot to the near side. Devontae Smith wide out to the near side. Hurts takes a snap, back, looking, quick throw, incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Smith. Pressure was coming, and he had no time back there. That will bring up 4th down, so the Eagles will punt it away. Wasn't actually the best snap on the replay, so that will send Braden Mann on, and he's probably actually going to punt this because you don't want to risk giving the ball to the Cowboys this deep into your own territory. Braden Mann on to punt it away, and he does. And that is going to be fielded. It's muffed, maybe? No, there's also a flag down. We're going to check on this. I don't know what this flag is. Hopefully it's not. He does signal for the fair catch. Josh Jobe is going to be gotten for fair catch interference. Most likely. So it's not a muff. So the Cowboys will get the football. They're going to probably rule this fair catch interference. We're waiting on the officials to clarify the spot here. Yep, fair catch interference on Josh Jobe. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty that's going to be tacked onto that, so that's going to give the Cowboys the ball at the 45-yard line. Yikes. Yeah, Josh Jobe making contact with Turpin there. Fair catch. That was bad. That was the kind of special teams play that we would have expected last year. And that gives a huge field position for the Cowboys because the Cowboys now get the ball at their own 45 as opposed to their own 30. So they only have to move the ball 55 yards to get into the end zone. Timeout on the field, 11:01 left in the third quarter. Cowboys have the football, 24-6 is the score. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Please also feel free to share this to your social media pages. Really helps the channel out. Hurts has not impressed. Grace. That was a 3-and-out there. Only got 4 yards. Hurts on the day has been 8 for 16 for 99 yards. Other than the fumble that he had, he hasn't turned the ball over himself, which is good. The Eagles' second longest play of this game was the fake punt that resulted in a 28-yard catch by Olamide Zaccheaus. What's flagged down, that means that the refs threw a yellow penalty flag. So if you see like the yellow penalty flag get thrown onto the field, or like a piece of, it's a yellow, it's like a little ball with like that's wrapped in yellow cloth. When that happens, that's called a flag. And if it's yellow, it's a penalty flag. So the officials throw a penalty flag to mark that there is a foul, and B, about where it happened. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap, does a quick throw to CeeDee Lamb, incomplete. So yeah, when we say that there's a flag down, that means that the officials have identified a a foul that occurred on the field. So we got to check on what the penalty is. And that can vary. So that can vary from, like, certain things. Prescott in the gun, takes the snap, throws, incomplete. He was looking for Pollard, and it bounced off his hands. Milton Williams was there on the coverage. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Cowboys from their own 45. They have to get to the Eagles' 45 to convert a first down. Eagles need to come up with a big 3rd down stop. Prescott in the gun. Empty backfield. Prescott takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. He is sacked, and that is going to be fumbled and recovered by Carter. And Carter is going to take that in for the Eagles' first touchdown. And the Eagles get a strip sack recovered by Jalen Carter for a touchdown. And barring anything crazy like a review, it is going to be 24 to 12. The Eagles cut the Cowboys' lead. Still a 2-score lead, but yeah, Fletcher Cox, that ball is out. It is a clear recovery by Jalen Carter, and Jalen Carter takes that football 40-ish yards in for the touchdown. And Jake Elliott on to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. With 10 minutes and 41 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles defense gets a big turnover, a big strip sack fumble with a scoop and score, and it is the Philadelphia Eagles 13, the Dallas Cowboys 24. Still a lot of work needs to happen to come back from the deficit the Eagles are in right now. It's an 11-point deficit right now, but it is it's definitely more doable than where they were. So yeah, big scoop and score for Jalen Carter. That's the first. I think that's the first defensive score we've had all season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the first time this season the defense has scored. I could be wrong about that. I could be very, very wrong about that. I will look to see if people who are smarter than me know. Let me check here. Last time it happened. The last time the Eagles recovered a fumble for a touchdown was on November 14th, 2021, when the Eagles were facing off against the Denver Broncos. Darius Slay recovered a fumble at the Eagles' 17-yard line, returned it for a 17-yard touchdown. That is not the last. The Eagles did get a defensive score in their opening game. The Darius Slay had a pick six. Yeah, so that was the last time the Eagles had a fumble return for a touchdown was November 14th. First down, the offense has 4 plays, or what are called downs in football. The offense has 4 plays to try to get 10 yards. So when the offense has the ball and it's their first of 4 plays, that's what's called first down. And then the second of their 4 plays is second down. The third of their 4 plays is third down. The fourth of their 4 plays is fourth down. So if the first, second, sometimes you see it go like this: second, third, and then fourth down. If the that ball, by the way, is kicked out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cowboys will get it to start on their own 25-yard line. If they get 10 yards in those 4 plays, they get a fresh set of downs. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard is going to get up to about the 30. That's going to bring up second down and about 5. Second down and 5 for the Cowboys at the 30. Yeah, so that's what first down means. Hopefully that's a little bit more clear for you there, Grace. Second and 5. Clock is at 10:15 left in the third quarter here, and it is running. Prescott is in the gun. Man to his right sends Pollard in motion. Prescott takes the snap back, looking, pressure coming. He's going to avoid the pressure. Throws. It is caught, and he is going to get the first down. It looked like it was going to end in disaster there, but that was Pollard, who does pick up 6 yards. Shaq Leonard, that was the first time I've called his name tonight. He was there on the stop. That's the first time I've called his name as an Eagle, actually. Shaq Leonard getting a stat on the stat board. Tony Pollard, unfortunately, was running wide open in the backfield there, so I'm a little disappointed at that. But, I mean, Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, throws incomplete. He was looking for Gallup, and it was broken up by Darius Slay. So that's going to bring up second down and 10. Eagles defense is chatting it up right now, but they need to cool it because they're still down by 2 scores. Big play Slay there is the nickname. Second and 10 for the Cowboys from their own 36-yard line. Prescott in the gun, back to his left. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Dowdle. Dowdle's going to get to the 40-yard line. That'll be about a 4-yard pickup. That'll bring up third and 6. Third down and 6 yards to go. From the Cowboys' 40-yard line. Big third down stop needed here. And now Dowdle is actually down with an injury. We've got a stoppage. 9:08 left in the third quarter here. That would be a decent blow to the Cowboys' run game if Dowdle is going to have to sit out for any extended period of time. Does look like, based on the way he looks like he's grabbing his knee a little bit there. It looks like he's grabbing his right leg. So again, hopefully he's okay. We certainly don't advocate for injuries here, but yeah. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. We're here live streaming this Eagles game against the Dallas Cowboys. The Eagles just had a big defensive score on the Cowboys' last drive. The big fumble forced by Fletcher Cox, recovered by Jalen Carter, returned for a touchdown. Again, last time that happened was 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago, when Darius Slay recovered a fumble and returned it 17 yards against the Broncos. Eagles defense needs a big third down stop when we come back from the break here. Eagles defense last in the league right now in terms of third down conversions, but they need a big one here right now. That'll give the offense an opportunity to get back, Eagles offense an opportunity to get back onto the field. We're just hanging out right now. Again, I appreciate all of you for stopping by. All right, 3rd and 6. We are back from the commercial. Prescott is in the gun, back to his right. Need a big 3rd down stop here. Prescott takes the snap, back, looking, hit as he throws. That is going to be caught by Ferguson into Eagles territory for the 1st down and more. Gets down to the 35, 30, down to the 27. They'll actually say he was down at the 28, so that'll be 1st and 10 there, but that's just how it's broken. That's just how the game's broken out there, Grace. A game has 60 minutes of clock each, but it's broken out into 15 minutes. So it's broken down into 4 15-minute periods. We call them quarters. So 15 minutes of the way through the game is 1 quarter. Another 15 minutes is the 2nd quarter. The third 15 minutes is the 3rd quarter, and then the last 15 minutes is the 4th quarter. If it's tied after the 4th quarter, there is an overtime period. Prescott in the gun, takes a snap, dumps it off to Pollard. Pollard going to get down to the 25, down to the 22. Yeah, Eagles defense I'm not thrilled about right now with how they just gave up all that kind of yardage there on that 3rd down. That was horrific. But and they just gave up 6 yards there, so that's 2nd and 4 for the Eagles, or for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 22-yard line. So Prescott in the gun, back to his left. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to CeeDee Lamb, who went in motion before the snap. Lamb is only able to get back up to the line of scrimmage. We do have a flag down, so we will check on that penalty. 7:25 left in the 3rd quarter here. We're going to check on this. They're going to get Bladaz for clipping. They are getting Bladaz for clipping. I'm sorry, Biadish. That's how you pronounce his name. I'm sorry, I totally misread his name on my board here. They got Biadish for clipping, so that's a pretty bad penalty there. That is going to set the Cowboys back quite a bit. 15-yard penalty. That's going to bring up 2nd and 19 for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 37. Eagles have had 7 penalties tonight, cost them 75 yards. This is the Cowboys' 6th penalty, cost them 50 collectively over their 6 penalties. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott sends a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to Dowdle, who is back in the game. Dowdle's only able to pick up about 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 15 for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 33. Eagles definitely need a 3rd down stop here if they want to stay in this game. We are inside of 6.5 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Hurts is not. I'm going to make this argument here. I'm going to make this argument here, Randall, after this play. 3rd and 15. Prescott in the gun, empty backfield. Prescott takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, not throwing, pressure coming. It does get stopped. He does run. He picks up a bunch there. There is a flag down, so we're going to check on this flag here. They're going to get Biadish again for offensive holding. So Biadish costing the Cowboys 25 yards on this drive. It will bring up 3rd and 25 for them from the Eagles' 43-yard line. Yeah, Randall, I'm gonna. Here's the argument I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make the argument that Jalen Hurts is an MVP caliber quarterback who is not having an MVP caliber season. I think it is a both and kind of situation here. I think we saw last year how he is a MVP caliber quarterback. I think he is also not having the kind of season that we would expect from him. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, does a quick dump off to Pollard. Pollard not going to get anywhere close to the first down marker. Gets barely to the 40-yard line. They actually will not even credit him to the 40-yard line. They will credit him to the 41, and that will send on Aubrey to kick another field goal. This is going to be another monster boot here for him. We're going to see how far this actually is. It's going to be a 59-yarder. He's already made a 60-yarder this game. Snap, hold, kick is good down the middle. With 4:49 left to play in the third quarter, the Cowboys extend their lead. It is the Dallas Cowboys 27, Philadelphia Eagles 13. And there's my frustration, folks. And this is why I think it's going to be a lot harder for the Eagles defense to come back here. Because you got a rookie kicker who can boot as far as Jake Elliott can. That would have been good for a lot farther. That would have been good for a whole lot more. They went ahead and they got like a soccer. Aubrey was a soccer player. Okay. Yeah, I think we saw last season, Randall, if you're still here, I think we saw last season that Hurts is able to have an MVP caliber season. I don't think that this season is it. I will make the argument that we are in a both and kind of situation. That two things can be true. That Jalen Hurts is able to be an MVP caliber quarterback, but it is not this season. He is not, and rightfully so. You can't throw 10 interceptions and be in the running for MVP. This kick is away, and it is out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. Yeah, and you also can't fumble the ball 5 times. But the story of this game has been turnovers. The Eagles are behind in the turnover count this game. Or part of the story of this game has been turnovers. When the Eagles have gotten driving, one of the reasons why the Eagles offense has not scored touchdowns is because of turnovers. So 1st and 10 from the Eagles' own 25-yard line. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, back, looking, throws, caught by A.J. Brown, gets down to the 40, gets down to the 43-yard line is where they will mark him down. They are actually going to mark him down at the 42, so that's going to be a 17-yard pickup. Stephon Gilmore is there on the coverage. It is an Eagles first down. Eagles have 86 rushing yards. Eagles have allowed 112 to the Cowboys. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap. Hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Swift is going to cut up down to the 49-yard line of the Eagles. So that is going to be a 7-yard pickup, and that brings up 2nd and 3 for the Eagles from their own 49-yard line. Eagles have also not held on to the ball for about 10 minutes. The Cowboys have also held on to the ball for about 10 minutes more than the Eagles have. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift, who is lined up to his right. Hurts and Swift picks up about 2 there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1. And we might see a brotherly shove here. Third and 1, certainly if, the Eagles are lining up for the brotherly shove. And he's got it. Jalen Hurts has got it. That is about a 3-yard pickup, actually, there at the end of that. They're only going to credit him for 2, so it's 1st and 10 from the Cowboys' 47 now. We are at 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Didn't require a lot of shove. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts throws, caught by Dallas Goedert, gets down to the 40, picks up the first down inside the 35, down to about the 31-yard line. 32-yard line is actually where they're going to mark him down, so that's going to bring up first down for the Eagles, 1st and 10 from the Cowboys' 32-yard line. Well, a lot of the reason why they haven't been holding on to the ball longer, in addition to the turnovers, is because they haven't been able to get anything going on offense. They've been struggling so far this game on offense. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to get dropped in the backfield. Loses a yard. And we are approaching 2 minutes left in the third quarter here. DeAndre Swift has run the ball 10 times for 40 yards this game. Jalen Hurts, 6 carries, 29 yards. Kenny Gainwell, 3 carries for 23 yards. Boston Scott has his 1 4-yard pickup. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. A.J. Brown lined up to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking. He's going to roll out to his right. Hurts throwing, looking for Devontae Smith, who is almost in the end zone, and it's through his hands. It is through his hands, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts had him, and it was through Devontae Smith's hands, a little bit out of his reach. Jalen Hurts had him. Devontae Smith, yeah, it's right. It was actually off his hands. Yeah, that was off of his fingertips there. It was just a hair out of the reach. So that'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Eagles. The Eagles need a big conversion here. Big first down pickup needed here. They need 11 yards. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell goes in motion. Hurts takes a snap, does a quick throw to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown does not get anywhere close to the first down marker, gets back to the 31-yard line. So that's going to be 4th and 8 for the... There's still actually... So we got a minute left in the third quarter. The Eagles will actually... we're at 4th down. The Eagles are this deep. The Eagles are at the Dallas Cowboys 30-yard line. It is 4th and 8, so the Eagles do need to pick up a first down here. They need 8 yards to convert. They also might try to get the Cowboys to jump off sides, and if that's the case, then that'll make it that much easier. But there's actually still 15 minutes of play left after this quarter here, Grace. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, back, looking, pressure coming, throws. That is caught by Devontae Smith, but not anywhere close to the first down marker again there. So that is going to be a turnover on downs, and the Cowboys will get the football at their own 29-yard line. So, Eagles not able to convert on the drive there, and unfortunately that will mean that it is the end of their drive, and the Cowboys will get the ball at their own 29-yard line. With 25 seconds left in the third quarter. And Hurts is frustrated, and rightfully so. Prescott under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Dowdle. Dowdle's going to get to about the 32-yard line where he's going to get stopped. So that's a 3-yard pickup for the Cowboys. Clock is running, and that will probably send us to the fourth quarter. Yeah, the clock's just running here. Yeah, they will not run another play. We've got 15 minutes of football left, folks. It is the Dallas Cowboys 27, the Eagles 13. Alright, so yeah, this quarter, not great. I'm definitely better than the first two. But Eagles, once again, this game is defined by the Eagles once again having opportunities and failing to capitalize on them. Yep. Only Eagles score this quarter was Jalen Carter's 42-yard fumble return. Cowboys were only held to a field goal. But if you're an Eagles fan, you've got all kinds of questions. If you are an Eagles fan, you've got all kinds of questions at this point. You are wondering, how is it like this team you're wondering, how is this team going to right the ship this late into the game? How and not just this game, but like this late into the season, how is this team going to right the ship? Because the Eagles, we are 14 weeks in, and the Eagles still have not played a complete game. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, throws. It is caught by Ferguson, but behind the line of scrimmage, and he's actually going to lose about 2 there. So that he's going to get pushed back to the 30-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9, and this is, again, a big third down stop is needed here for this Eagles defense. Prescott is in the gun with the back to his left. Prescott takes a snap, back, looking. Josh Sweat coming in. There is a flag down, it is incomplete. A couple opportunities for the Eagles to intercept it, but they were not able to. It is incomplete. We're going to check on this flag. I think an Eagles player jumped off sides here. Yeah, Jalen Carter jumped off sides, so that is going to cost the Eagles 5 yards. And that was a free play for the Cowboys anyway. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 4 now. Still a big third down stop needed, but it's going to be a lot easier for the Cowboys to do it. Prescott in the gun with an empty backfield. Now he moves Dowdle. Prescott takes a snap, back looking, throws complete to CD Lamb, 1st down. So the Cowboys pick up another 1st down. They get to their own 41-yard line. And the Cowboys, just looking here, Cowboys are 8 for 13 on 3rd downs. I'll answer that in a second here, Grace, but can you rephrase your question, because I'm not sure I'm understanding it. Prescott, under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Dowdle. Gets up to the 46-yard line, or gets up to the 45 at 2nd and 6. If they get off the ball with their hands, would that be a penalty? I would need you to be a little bit more specific on that, because I'm not sure I understand what you're saying. Prescott under center. Dowdle in the backfield. Lamb goes in motion to the near side. Prescott takes a snap. Prescott back, throws incomplete. He was looking for Ferguson, and just kind of throws a dart, misses him, incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Cowboys from their own 45. All right, and once again, Eagles in a big 3rd down situation here. Prescott is in the gun with a back to his right. Prescott takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He's throwing. It is incomplete, and they're going to get James Bradbury for pass interference. Yeah, they're going to get James Bradbury for pass interference. I will say Turpin does a pretty good sales job on that. That was a little weak. Sydstrom, my name's Joe Donahue. Great to chat with you. Thanks for hanging out for most of the stream here. Yeah, that was a little weak by my look, but I mean, Turpin did a good sales job. Prescott under center, takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard gonna bounce up for about 3 yard pickup actually. 2nd and 7. He gets down to the Eagles' 42-yard line. Yep, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm glad you subscribed, Systrom. Glad you were a part of that. That was a fun raid. Grace, I'll answer your question in a second. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes the snap, throws, caught. Ferguson, 1st down. Gets down inside the Eagles 35, down to the 34. There are 4 quarters because, again, as I explained earlier, Grace, a football game is 60 minutes. So the clock runs for 60 minutes, and at the end of 60 minutes, the team with the most points has the lead, or the team with the most points is the winner. But the way that the game is broken out, and this is very common among many sports, is that there are periods of play. And so those periods in football are called quarters, and those quarters run for 15 minutes. So 15 minutes is 1 quarter of 60 minutes. So that's why there are 4 quarters in the game. Prescott under center, takes the snap, throws quickly, caught, and that is going to get down to the 30, inside the 30 to the 27, and that is Brandon Cooks there. 27 gets down to the 27. That's a 7-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 3. Yeah, hockey is 3 20-minute periods. That's an example. So hockey has 3 20-minute periods, and that's really all I know about hockey because hockey seems to be a little random. Prescott under center, back behind him. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off, dropped in the backfield is Tony Pollard. He might get credited back to the line of scrimmage, and he will get credited back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 3. That would be Marlon Tuipulotu and Nolan Smith there on the stop. Yeah, baseball is 9 innings. Football and basketball rely on quarters. Unless it's college basketball. College basketball does halves. Prescott in the gun, back to his left. Prescott takes the snap, back, looking, firing deep. Looking for Cooks, incomplete. Incomplete. In the end zone, and that's going to bring up 4th down, and that'll send the field goal unit on, most likely. And that will bring up fourth. Yeah, so that'll bring up 4th and 3. We're likely to see a field goal. It'll be a 45-yard attempt for Aubrey. Aubrey's perfect on the game. He's already made a 59 and a 60-yarder, and this one, 45, is good. With 9 minutes and 40 seconds left to play in the game, the Dallas Cowboys extend their lead again. It is 30-13 in favor of the Cowboys. Grace, if it makes it easier for you, so quarters is because they're called quarters in football. They're called quarters in football because a quarter is 15 minutes, and 4 quarters make 60. So a full football game is 60 minutes of runtime, and 1/4 of that is 15 minutes, like 1/4 of that. So like how 25 cents a quarter is a quarter of a dollar. You need 4 quarters to make a dollar. You need 4 quarters to make a complete football game. That's how it is. Does that make sense? I'm just reading Systrom's comments here. So Systrom, but yeah, that's where we're at. So yes, it is. It's because they're called quarters because they're a football game is broken out into 4 15-minute periods. And definitely feel free to keep asking your questions in the chat. I do love answering them. I'm happy to help people get into the sport. Get a greater understanding of that. That's why we try to do the podcast. Try to have guests on periodically to help people get a more thorough understanding of the game. Showing the broadcasters for the local radio broadcasters. Merrill Reese, friend of the show, has been on the podcast a couple of times. Been doing this for the Eagles since 1977. Definitely give him a listen if you're in the Philly area. Aubrey is out to kick that away, and it is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, I do think the Eagles are so. Couple injuries. Cam Jurgens questionable to return. I'm a little surprised about that. Jonathan Hankins, of course, out. A couple of Cowboys players questionable. I'll address your question here in a second. Hurts takes a snap, back, throws, caught A.J. Brown down around the 31-yard line. So he gets up there. That's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Curse is down. Looks like it looks like he got a little shaken up during the play here. Systrom. Yeah, Systrom. I would say the Eagles are definitely in a better shape record-wise. Kinda, sorta, right now. I mean, the Eagles are probably going to make the playoffs at this point. But the concern that Eagles fans have had coming into this game, and certainly the concern is not diminished by the performance in this game, the Eagles are effectively going to be barring something happening with San Francisco over the course of the next couple of games, which is unlikely for them because they are facing off against some weak teams to finish out the season. The Eagles are as well. But the Curse is skipping off the field under his own power. So, again, hopefully he's okay. All right. Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's likely that they're making the playoffs. The concern is the Eagles are going to be out of the running for the number 1 seed. And they might fall as low as number 5, depending on how the rest of the season pans out. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught by Devontae Smith, gets down to the 42-yard line, where his forward progress will have been stopped. And that will bring up first down for the Eagles after a 11-yard pickup. 11-yard pickup. And that'll bring up first and 10. Ball's on the 42. Hurts in the gun. Back to his right. Hurts takes a snap. Back. Looking. Rolling to his left. Throws. Caught A.J. Brown for a first down. That's an 11-yard pickup there for him. 8:48 left in this game. The clock is stopped. Actually, it's running now. But Brown was able to get out of bounds. So we got 8.5 minutes left in this game. Not looking good for the Eagles this game. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, back, looking, firing, caught A.J. Brown. Down or inside, or down around the, that's actually around the Cowboys' 43-yard line is where he's going to get marked down. 2nd and 6 for the Eagles from the Cowboys' 43-yard line. 8 minutes left in this game. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Hurts takes a snap. Hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell runs down to the 39-yard line is where he's going to get stopped. That is a solid... Actually, they will credit him to the 38, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. But that's going to be a long 3rd and 1. I'm not going to expect a brotherly shove here. But it could happen. You know what? They're lining up for it. Hurts. Got it. Brotherly shove. Gets up the first down. 7 minutes, 33 seconds left in this game. There is some kind of stoppage here. Now they're throwing a flag. So we got to check on what this flag is now. Landon Dickerson lines up off sides. And so that will cost the Eagles 5 yards. You know what? It's 4 down territory anyway, so the Eagles just need to pick up 5 of that to get themselves back into a position here, but they got one play to do it. I don't know. They've called that before incorrectly, so... Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught A.J. Brown. Brown gets down to the first down marker down inside the 35-yard line. They will actually credit him to the 35, so that is going to be an Eagles first down. No worries. Yeah, no, I appreciate you, Seystrom. We all have our various teams. I mean, I'm a 4-for-4 Philly guy. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, throws, caught by Devontae Smith. Picks up the first down, gets to the 20, down to the 15, down to the 12-yard line. Did he fumble that ball? Did he fumble that football? Did he actually fumble that football? Did he fumble that football? Yes, that football is out. That football is out, and that is a fumble. So once another Eagles drive that was long sustained ends on a turnover. That's alright. Packers are a good team to be a fan of. That is another long sustained drive that ends because the Eagles could not hold on to the football. That was a 7-play, 67-yard drive. And it was knocked out by Bell. And now the Cowboys have the football, and this game is very likely over, guys. 6:38 left in this game. Cowboys do have the ball in their own 12. Barring another defensive score, the Eagles are really not in it. Well, that's good. Yeah, I mean, they might. They might. Grace, I don't know. I don't understand what you mean when you say if they get off the ball. I don't understand what you're meaning by that. I would need a little bit more of an explanation there, what you mean by that, because if they get off the ball with their hands, the football is played almost entirely with your hands. So I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I'm glad that your teams are doing well, Systrom. All right. Prescott under center. Ball is on the Cowboys 12. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to bounce out to the outside and is not able to get really anywhere. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Barely is credited for a yard. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 from the Cowboys 13. Eagles have had opportunities this game, and all of their biggest opportunities have resulted in turnovers. And A.J. Brown absolutely should be smashing his helmet on the sideline. Yeah, I did see that. Prescott in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to pick up about 4 there. 4 or 5. They will credit him for 5, so that's going to be a 3rd and 4. Jason Kelce is a Philadelphia legend, and I hope he plays as long as he is able to, and I hope he retires before he is physically incapable of playing with his kids. I actually got the chance to talk to the producers of the Kelce documentary earlier this year. That was an awesome chat, and you can check that out on the channel. Not to pardon the self-promotion there. He is definitely the best center. Prescott takes a snap, throwing deep. Is that a catch? That was an incredible catch there by Gallup. That's a 38-yard catch. It was pushed out of bounds by Kelly Ringo, but it didn't matter. Got into Eagles territory again. Down at the 44. Prescott being hit as he throws, and he's still able to deliver a strike to Gallup, who's running down the sideline, challenged by Kelly Ringo, and was able to place that ball. That was a good throw there, at least. Prescott takes a snap, throws, caught by Ferguson, down inside the 40, down to about the 36. There is a flag now. We're going to check on this flag here. I don't know what's going on. 4.5 minutes left in this game. This game's pretty much over. They're picking up the flag, so it's second down. Second down and 3 for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 37-yard line. Clock is running, 4:20 left in this game, second and 3. Yeah, Systrom, it's Don Argot and Sheena M. Joyce are the producers of that movie, so I got the chance to chat with them. That was a fun chat. Prescott, in the gun, back to his right. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to Pollard. It looks like Pollard's going to pick up the first down. Clock is running. Appreciate y'all hanging out here, folks, this late in the game. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. After this game, I'm going to record a podcast recapping this atrocity of a game for the Eagles. Another blowout for this Eagles team. Another complete failure to show up in this game. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Ball is on the Eagles' 32. Prescott takes the snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard's going to pick up about 2 yards there, gets to the 30. Clock is running. We are approaching 3 minutes left in the game. Coming up here, the Eagles very likely to fall to 10-3 in this game, barring something absolutely unforeseen. Cowboys likely to rise to 10-3. Cowboys are going to be the odds-on favorite for the division. Prescott under center, back in the backfield. Prescott takes a snap, hands it off to Pollard. Pollard going to pick up about 4. Yeah, I'm already talking. I've already got thoughts here. Systrom. There's a lot to improve upon, and there's not a lot of time to improve. And the Eagles have gotten exposed, and we are at the 2-minute warning, folks. So, one more first down will end it for the Cowboys will end it for this game. Peter, appreciate you coming by supporting the stream. Thanks for doing that. Again, please feel free to like and subscribe, folks. Yeah, there's going to be plenty to talk about. If they drop the ball completely out of their hands and miss, no. If a receiver drops the football, it's what's called an incomplete pass, and what that does is that means that it's not, the offense gets no yards on that play. So thank you for clarifying that. I wasn't sure what you were saying there. No, now what the defense cannot do, and also what the offense cannot do, neither team can make what's called illegal contact. Glad it's a nice day in Australia. It is 50 degrees and raining over here in the Philadelphia area. So yeah. So what you're not allowed to do, Grace, is you're not allowed to make certain types of contact, and you can't make contact in a way that would obstruct the player's right to the football. Both players have a right to the football. Now, if so something like that happens, right? Like if you're running down the field and then another player comes in and just kind of pushes you to the ground and you're trying for the football, then the other player would incur what's called a pass interference penalty. Something like that. There's a lot of nuance to penalties. They pay officials quite a lot to make those kinds of decisions, and overwhelmingly they're right. The officiating has gotten a lot more maligned in recent years. 104 and sunny in Robinvale, Victoria. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in for Australia, or from Australia, finding this channel. I appreciate you. If you haven't already, please feel free to like and subscribe. It's summertime down there for you. It's winter here, so it's pretty much summer for you guys down there in Australia. So, but yeah, that sounds like beautiful weather there. Yep, Lions did lose. 49ers and Cowboys still have some pretty tough games ahead. I understand that. I'm not disputing any of that. But the Eagles needed to come in here and make a statement, and the statement that they have made is not the statement that anybody wanted them to make. Prescott, under center, takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Pollard. Prescott going to get sacked by Hassan Reddick. Prescott gets sacked by Hassan Reddick. How many sacks is that for him tonight? That is 3 sacks on Dak Prescott. That's going to be 49ers and Ravens is going to be a game. I will tell you that. 49ers, Ravens is going to be an absolute game. That's going to be a fun thing to watch. Yeah, 49ers, I actually kind of expect them to lose their game to the Ravens. That could give them some trouble. But it is 4th and 10 for the Cowboys from the Eagles' 32. The Cowboys have taken a timeout. I don't know why. So they have 2 remaining, not that they're going to need to use them. This game's pretty much over. Yeah, where is... I will check that for you here. I have that list. The Ravens game is at home in San Francisco, and it's actually a Monday night game. It's on Christmas Day. Yeah, I hear you, Peter. I mean, it's 49ers will play at home. Yes, the 49ers are playing at home. But I wouldn't count the Ravens out of that game. Certainly not at this point. Yep, it's a Monday. It's a Christmas Eve. It's a Christmas night game. Sorry, it's not a Christmas Eve game. It is on Christmas Day, but it is the Monday Night Football game. Yeah. So I'm looking. Yeah, the Cowboys have some challenges ahead of them. I'm not disputing that. They do have a tough schedule. The Eagles' remaining opponents are the Seahawks, the Giants twice, and the Cardinals. The latter, the Giants twice and the Cardinals, I am fully expecting victories on those. All right. All right, yeah, go Sixers. I'm not big on the NBA. I'm not. I'm really not big on basketball either. Basketball has never been a sport I've been able to kind of get behind. Not because it's a bad sport in general. It's just it's hard to understand. Field goal. Brandon Aubrey out to attempt it. It's a 50-yarder. Snap, hold, kick is good. With 1:08 left in this game, it is a blowout. Cowboys go up 33-13. Go up by a whole 20 points on the Eagles. And we'll see what the Eagles decide to do here. Honestly, there is no reason why the Eagles should be sending starters out. The Eagles need to give the starters a rest. I know they're probably not going to. Nick Sirianni's comments last week were that he sent the starters out and he sent the starters out because they fight to the very end, and I respect that. But under that, this is a mistake if the Eagles send starters out. Well, the tough stretch, I mean, the Eagles are barely through the tough stretch, right? The Eagles' tough stretch kind of started with the Cowboys' first matchup. And they got that, and then they got the bye, and then they had the Chiefs, and then they had the Bills. And those two games weren't, I mean, they were victories, but they weren't all that great. And then the 49ers last week and the Cowboys this week. Kick is away and out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Week after week, Bills game just looks more and more scary. Yeah. Yeah, and the Bills. Yeah, that was not an overtime game, but that was a narrow victory for the Bills. I mean, hey, to be fair, Peter, it's very easy to own the Cowboys when they decide to play a running back as center. They did send Marcus Mariota out, and Marcus Mariota hands the ball off to Boston Scott, who picks up 3 yards, 2nd and 7 from the Eagles' 28-yard line. I mean, let's face it, right now, Darren, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for tuning in. Right now, it is true. I mean, the 49ers are playing better football right now than the Eagles are. And it's not because the 49ers are necessarily playing better football lately. It's the Eagles have been playing worse football. Mariota hands the ball off to Boston Scott, picks up 2 yards, and that's going to do it. That will do it. Yep. So, we are in the final seconds. Cowboys and Eagles going out to greet each other. This game is over. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the Eagles have done something they have not done since October of 2021, which is lose 2 consecutive games. And the Philadelphia Eagles fall to the Dallas Cowboys by a final score of 33-13. So again, Grace, it's broken out into quarters. So a quarter is 15 minutes. 4 quarters is 60 minutes. The entire game is 60 minutes, but each quarter is 15, so it gets timed out into 15 minutes. And certain things in the game are reliant upon that. Every 15 minutes, the teams change sides. At halftime, which is 30 minutes into the game, 30 game minutes into the game, they go in and they have a longer break. They kind of regroup. They come back out. They do another kickoff, and then again midway through they switch sides of the field. So that's where things are. So that's why, it's both 15 and 60 there. A quarter is 15 minutes. A quarter is 15 minutes. The whole game is 60 minutes. JK, right now the Dallas Cowboys are the odds-on favorite to win the NFC East. Because they defeated the Philadelphia Eagles, and this game will wind up coming down to it at the very end. Peter, it's split in half, Grace, and then it's split in half again. JK, I don't think the Eagles were the most overhyped. I think they are the team that is the most disappointing, right? I think the Eagles had a lot of potential coming into this season, and they just simply haven't lived up to it. They just very simply have not lived up to it, and that's been the story of this season. Now, for the most part, they've been able to come away with key victories and have a couple of key moments here and there. But right now, they're kind of in that phase right now where like the Phillies were in baseball, where the Phillies just simply were not able to capitalize on. The Phillies were not able to capitalize on certain appearances. So Grace, the way that timing works right now, the way that timing works. At the beginning of the game, there's a kickoff. That kickoff starts a quarter, which runs 15 minutes. Once the 15 minutes expires, then what happens is the teams switch sides of the field, and they go down and switch sides. You're right, Peter. They did choke against the D-backs. So then they play again for another 15 minutes, Grace. So after the first 15-minute quarter, what they do is they switch sides and they go down and march down the other end of the field. They do that for another 15 minutes. So we are now 30 minutes into the game. After that second 15-minute quarter, then we have halftime. That's a longer break. The teams go back into the locker room. They kind of like they do a little bit of regrouping, a little bit of strategizing. They come back out. When they come back out, there's another kickoff that starts another 15-minute quarter. Once that 15-minute quarter expires, again, they will switch sides. And then once they will switch sides for another 15 minutes. They'll continue playing for another 15 minutes. Once that 15 minutes ends, which brings us to a full 60 minutes, the team with the most points wins. If the game is tied, they go into an overtime period, but we didn't get that tonight. Yep, I mean the Eagles are now tied for best record in the league. They're just tied for it. I mean, they held on to the best record in the league for the longest time this season. But yeah, Fossey, thanks so much for stopping by and supporting the channel. I mean, yeah, and Peter, yeah, I mean, the Eagles right now are giving off very similar vibes. They are not, they right now are, they do not have their act together in this game. They do not have their act together at this point in the season, and this game showed it. There is no acceptable reason why the Eagles need to be giving up 3 turnovers. There's no acceptable reason why the Eagles need to fumble the ball 3 times. None. I'm sorry. None. But yep, 49ers are the number 1 seed right now. Yeah, well, Peter, again, I appreciate you stopping by and supporting the channel. I mean, it is the Eagles right now. I mean, the Eagles have fallen to the 5 seed now because the Cowboys right now hold the tiebreaker. So the Cowboys are the number 2 seed in the league. Cowboys are the number 2 seed, and the 49ers are the number 1 seed right now. A lot could change about that. Certainly none of that is certain. The Eagles are certainly, right now, I mean, they're coming up on a slightly easier schedule to round out. I still consider the Seahawks part of the gauntlet. But, I mean, Giants, Cardinals, Giants should be 3 easy wins here, so... It is still very plausible that the Eagles could finish 14-3. We will see how things pan out. I certainly haven't abandoned hope for the season here, and I do think the Eagles right now, I mean, the Eagles could still make the playoffs. But right now the Eagles just simply have to figure out whatever to turn around. Feels like they went on the bye. And they went on the bye and they came back and they haven't really. There are parts of their performance that got left behind on the bye, and that is unacceptable. I will definitely be talking about things like this, but I alluded to it. The Eagles have given up once again another 100-plus yard rushing game. 138 rushing yards were allowed to the Cowboys, so that's definitely going to be something that I talk about. All right, tiebreakers. All right, yeah, I'm still here, Systrom. Yeah, so tiebreakers. I'll throw up the tiebreaker stuff real quick. Hang tight. I'll throw up the tiebreakers while I'm here. All right, so two clubs. For two clubs, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head. So the Eagles and the Cowboys are 50-50 right now. No, I do not want the latest news and live game tune-in alerts. Yeah, so the Eagles head-to-head. The Eagles are 1-1, and the Cowboys are 1-1 in the head-to-head matchup. Best won-loss tied percentage in games played within the division. So for that, we're going to head over to the standings here. And the Cowboys, with this victory, actually have a better divisional record because they have 4 wins and 1 loss. The Eagles have 3 wins and 1 loss. Remember, the Eagles haven't played the Giants yet this season. The Cowboys have at least played Cowboys have played all of their opponents, or all their divisional opponents, at least once. So, yeah, that's why the Cowboys are ahead of the Eagles right now, because they have a better divisional record, because 4 wins is better than 3 wins. So yeah, hopefully that makes a little bit more sense there for you. But yeah, that's why the Cowboys are ahead of the Eagles in that particular point in time. The Cowboys do still have one more divisional matchup that they have, and then the Eagles, certainly again, the Eagles haven't played the Giants yet, so the Eagles have to play the Giants twice, and they will play them at the end of the season. I am expecting both of those to be wins. I don't think the Giants are going to be able to put up much of a fight, but divisional games are weird, so we'll see what winds up happening. Yes, all right. Glad it makes sense. Glad I was able to help you out there. All right. Cool. Awesome, folks. Well, folks, this was another great stream, and even though the the game didn't end the way that I was expecting, I mean, I'm glad that you all hung out for however long you hung out. I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by, liking, subscribing, supporting the channel in whatever way that you could. Please continue to. It really helps me be able to provide you with some awesome content, with some awesome opportunities, some awesome conversations. It really helps. It really helps me be able to bring that to you, and helps you get closer to this sport and to this certainly to the Philadelphia Eagles if you're an Eagles fan, or even if you're not and you just want to know more about the team. It really helps. But even regardless of that, I appreciate every single one of you for stopping by, because it is truly appreciated, and it makes, even if this chat is inundated by Cowboys fans, it is or by opposing fans, 49ers fans, Cowboys fans, it's still a great stream, and it's still a great time, and I appreciate you all, because it really helps out. I am going to record some thoughts about the game, turn that into a podcast, and then we are going to get going here. And so I appreciate you all. I'm going to get going, and thank you so much for tuning in to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of the Philadelphia Eagles' loss to the Dallas Cowboys for the first time in 2 years. The Eagles have lost back-to-back games. And that is, it's got to be a disheartening feeling in the locker room right now. But thank you so much for watching. I'm Joe Donahue, and